Hello, good afternoon. Once again, I apologize for making these frequent videos. I usually do one every 2-3 months. I said that last time, but quite a few things have happened over the last month. One of the things that happened is we had a meeting last week with the unit owners where they could zoom in. Excuse me. They could zoom in, and to make a long story short, there was a glitch with Zoom. Zoom had changed their settings, and we're trying to encourage people to join Zoom. So a lot of people couldn't get on. So I'm just going to repeat some of the stuff we said last Tuesday and add some new stuff here, okay? At the end of this, after I tell you what's going on here, at the very, very end, there is some important news coming up. I will discuss with you and tell you briefly about the Power Stadium. There's some new action going on regarding that. And also, of course, giving you a complete update on the fitness center. Excuse me, but first let me go into some of the stuff that's going on in the building. A lot of things have happened over the last 4 weeks that you may or may not have heard about. First of all, let me start with this. I don't believe in cop-outs. I don't believe in making excuses. I believe in facts. Let me give you a fact of life. A fact of life is we have a manager, okay? At one time, we had Steve DeMoo, who was a super here, the resident manager, and we had Mike Basutti, I'm sure people remember, or Cordova, who were the assistant resident managers. Today we have Tony Russo, and we never replaced the assistant resident manager. We've done this for many, many reasons. One of them is financial. We have Chris Murphy doing some very, very heavy lifting here. He's in charge of the whole building at this point. He chips in when it's necessary in the maintenance department. He takes care of the office. Antonella, as I mentioned to you last time, has left. Stella's here now. Stella's doing a tremendous job. I want to thank her. Stella started here about a little over a year ago as a part-time employee, as a receptionist. She's now the full-time administrator here. We have a new gal called, her name is Nina, very, very nice girl, has no experience doing this. She's our new receptionist. So anyway, we're very understaffed. We're working very, very hard to accomplish a lot of things. What you're going to hear right now, I'm going to read you a whole menu of what's going on. I won't talk too long because my wife always gives me the warning, please don't talk so long. So I'll try to cut this down. Anyway, please bear with us, not excuses. We're doing a tremendous amount of work, and there is a lot of work in this building, a lot of new functions going on here, which I've repeated 1,000 times already. Okay, I'll get to the fitness center and the Power Stadium at the end. First of all, the first question a lot of people, the new question people are asking me is about the hallways. Why are they so high? We have units on the roof, as I'm sure you know, rooftop units. The units are about 27, 28 years old at this particular point. When they're working 100%, what they do is they take the outside air and it cools the air by 20 degrees. On the roof, it's about 110 degrees the last couple of weeks during this heat wave. So if they were functioning properly, your hallways would still be about 90 degrees, okay? That's the type of temperature we have, okay? It's not functioning properly. They're functioning about 50% right now because of their age. We've already had one bid to put new ones in. We're shooting for next April, maybe even March. We're not sure yet. We've had one bid. We have another bid coming in the next, hopefully within the next 7 days or so. And we're looking for a third bid. We're looking at, so far the first bid was $1.3 million to replace the rooftop units. The good news with that going forward, I just want you to know, because of the new technology, etc., they will cool the hallways. They'll bring the air in and cool it by 35 degrees. So that should make a tremendous difference going forward. So once again, it's not that we're cutting back or we shut the air conditioners off. It's just the way the system's functioning. Believe it or not, I believe it's the south wing is getting the worst of the brunt of this whole thing. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it is. So anyway, bear with us. We're sorry, and we know it's kind of stuffy out there. Next subject, the service road. Very, very interesting. I've been the president now. I'm in my 10th year. This is the third time we've done the service road. Prior to that, we did the service road every 15 years. We hardly ever did it. Last time we did it, we dug it up completely. These times we just coated it. I'm sure people never judge a book by its cover. We put these 3 speed bumps in outside, and I want you to know how that all went down. Chris actually went up on the roof and measured this out explicitly from the roof. Okay, this is all diagrammed up by Chris Murphy where to place these speed bumps. So thank you again, Chris. I always wanted 3 speed bumps. We had another company I recommended 2. And I had people stop me as soon as we put them in, including myself. When I first saw it, I got some pictures sent to me upstairs as they were putting them in. I said, oh my God, they look, kind of low and this and that. And some people stopped me and said, you must be kidding with the speed bumps. And to make a long story short, drive over them. When you drive over the speed bumps, think of me, okay? You believe me, you can't speed over them. These bumps, and by the way, they look very, very low from the center of the speed bump, the very center. If you go across and measure it properly, they're 9 inches higher from the ground. So we're very happy the way it came out. It looks beautiful with the new arrows. It's newly coated, so we're happy about that. But again, be very careful with the speed bumps. Be careful. They look a lot lower than they really are. The sky room, the PTAC, or I should say the air conditioning system up there went on the blink about 6-7 weeks ago. We had about 3 companies come take a look at it. We got different quotes to replace that unit up there. It's completely compressor shot. Again, it's an old system. It was done about 25 years ago. We got a quote of $16,000 to replace it. So the board's going to meet on Tuesday and we'll vote on it, and we're going to replace that in the near future. Again, a lot of expenses going on down here, but these are necessary expenses. The North Compactor. Okay, I'm sure you realize that about, I guess, a week to 10 days ago, the North Compactor was closed for a few days. We did certain repairs, and the compactor, again, very, very old, outdated. We ordered a new compactor. We just voted on that. It was voted on at a Zoom meeting. I think that compactor is also going to cost about $16,000 to replace. The other compactor is not in bad a shape, so we're going to go along with that and ride it out for as long as we can. So you will be getting a new compactor. I assume it's going to come in the next couple of weeks, okay? Let's say 3 weeks, because anytime someone says the next week or two, usually 3 or 4, okay? The visitor parking lot, we voted on that as well, okay? We were very fortunate. We got a quote about a year ago on that, and we went back to the company that's doing it, which is called Quality First. Quality First, believe it or not, stuck with their price that they gave us a year ago, even though these prices have gone through the roof, cement has gone way up, etc. We'll be closing that parking lot sometime in September to repave it. It's in bad shape. It's got a lot of bad potholes out there. And what Chris has come up with is you're going to try to close half at a time, do half the parking lot when that's finished, and do the other half so it won't be totally closed. So that's something else that we did during our Zoom meeting. Packages, we voted on packages. I think you may have heard a little bit of this story once before. Anybody that has large boxes, we do not deliver to their door because it's not fair to the people that work here. It's also a safety hazard putting a large package in front of your door where somebody could trip over it, etc. So we put a rule in: if you have a large package, please pick it up within 2 days. If you don't pick it up within 2 days, you're going to get charged $5 per package. We have to put it into a room and store it. We are not a storage facility. It's not fair. We had a woman, again, I think I may have said this before, that had over 6 months accumulated 70 packages downstairs. And to make a long story short on that one, that's just not fair. So 70 packages we had stored for 6 months. We finally had it picked up, and we're not going to allow that any further. Also, the PTACs, our heating and air conditioning units. Give you a little bit of background on that as well. We sent about 25 units back to the manufacturer several months ago, okay? But various problems that couldn't be fixed. We have somebody that locally fixes our PTACs, but things that can't be fixed go back to the manufacturer. Fortunately, I negotiated a very long-term warranty on these, so even some of these PTACs are 5 years old already, they're still under warranty, complete warranty, labor, parts, everything. We sent it back to the manufacturer. I'm sure you've heard this story before as well. Part problems, and they just got the parts in recently. They have 25 of our PTACs, and they promised they'd start shipping them out sometime early this week. So we expect to get those back very slowly over the next week or two. But it's put a lot of pressure on us. We also have 25 PTACs downstairs that have to be picked up by the repairman to see if he can repair them. If he can't, he sends them back to the manufacturer as well. So we're 50 PTACs down right now, and but we have other ones. We have backups. We have stuff like that. But again, it puts a lot more pressure on us and puts a lot of pressure on our supply, but we're there. The building last week, I think it was last week, the building was struck by lightning. It was quite fascinating. The very, very top of the 9 line, the roof, right at the corner, you can actually, if you went outside, look right up straight to the 9 line, right straight up. You can see a large piece of cement that was struck. Chris went up there with some of the maintenance men right after it was struck. It was an amazing story. There were thousands and thousands of flies up there for some reason where it was struck. It was like a bizarre thing. But anyway, everything was fine. We had a contractor, an engineer come over. Engineering-wise, everything's okay. So, you know, underneath the cement there's rebars, and that's what attracted the lightning. So I'm just giving you some details of what's going on. Also at the pool last week we got a complaint. There were like hundreds of lantern flies down there. I'm sure a lot of people have read about that. They're infestating New Jersey and areas. I'm proud to say that we were brought to our attention about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, and the next morning at 7 a.m. D&G, our landscaper, was here. He sprayed the whole area, and it's about 95% completely under control now. You see one here and there, and if they continue, we'll consult with D&G again to see what else we could do. But very, very good action, and I'm very, very happy the way it went down. So thank you very much for taking care of that, Chris. As far as the pool goes, I want to mention this so people don't think we're not aware. We're very aware of the pool, okay? We're very aware of the shortcomings of the pool company. I just want the unit owners to know, new and old, and of course the old ones know that I'm 100% right. I've been on the board, I've been president for almost 10 years. Let's say in the last 12 years, okay, we've had 5 different pool companies here, okay? So it's not easy. You get these pool companies, and there's no real management. You get these 17, 18, 16-year-old kids out there with no supervision. I'm not going to say to you that some of the kids aren't doing a great job, because some of them are, but some of them aren't, okay? So it's frustrating. We try to do the best we can, but it's really up to the unit owners. If you go into the, if you're running into the pool, you're not supposed to run or dive into the pool. It's not the lifeguard's fault, okay? If you're eating food at the pool, the rule is you're not supposed to. Don't get mad at the lifeguard, get mad at the resident. So it's every year around May 1st, Chris Murphy and myself look at each other and say, oh my God, the pool's opening soon. So it's not an easy function, okay? So anyway, the pool, we're aware of it. We'll make any adjustments. We already have a plan for next year, but we'll go through that at another time. Let's get down to what people really want to hear, okay? I see if I missed anything here. I don't think I did. I'm just trying to give you everything we did. The building's in very, very good shape at this particular point. The community room, for the first time, I've never seen it used as much. It's beautiful, okay? The furniture's beautiful. The library's been set up. Again, I thanked her at the Zoom meeting. I'll thank her again. Thank you, Carol Roth, for taking care of the library. We really appreciate it. I also want to mention Carol Roth, Jane Kent, and a bunch of other women, and some people have volunteered to do the stuff the envelopes for our annual election, which you'll be getting letters on the 17th of August regarding the election. Thank you for volunteering to stuff envelopes. It takes a tremendous amount of pressure off the office. So let's get down to where I'm sure a lot of people want to hear about, okay? The Palisadium. I can't go into detail. The judge has ordered confidentiality, but rumors are going to come out and people are going to speak, whatever. The Palisadium has made a deal with the 200 building. The 300 building is in negotiations with them as we speak, okay? And we assume we're going to do a good job. We assume we're going to do very, very good. I also assume there'll be second guessers, and there'll be people thinking we should be getting this, that, and that. But I can't go into it. I think it's unfair because it's legal right now. And again, we're under a confidentiality agreement. So you'll be hearing more about that in a very, very short future. I'm pretty sure that we're supposed to go to case management. I think it's August 23rd with the judge. So the Palisadium is trying to really strike a deal with us prior to that, because obviously if we go in front of a judge, that just costs everybody more money and more legal fees. So you'll be hearing more about that, and we're very we hope to reach a settlement with them. Regarding the fitness center, I know you've heard stories that this day, that day. This is very, very complicated. We're dealing with other people. We're not depending on Chris or Tony or Walter. We're depending on other people, wallpaper people, people that, as we're speaking today, our water fountain came in today. They should be working on finishing off the bathroom in the next couple of days. They're finishing off the wallpaper. I'm hoping to push this sometime next week to get it open. It really needs a massive cleaning at this point. All the treadmills, everything has to be Wi-Fi, has to be hooked up. Chris is going to be hooking everything up himself. You're talking about, just off the top of my head, maybe 20 machines that are going to need Wi-Fi. You got 7 treadmills, 3, you got rowing machines, you got elliptical machines, you got bicycles. So he's going to be working on that. Right now we're concentrating on the cleaning. We're going to start the next day or two with the fingerprint machine. The waivers, we already received well over 300 waivers that have been signed, so that's going to save us a lot of time. There will be hard copies downstairs of the waivers. We'll take a fingerprint of your index finger or your middle finger downstairs. That makes the machine work better. And we have to post the rules and regulations down there. So there's still some stuff to do, but we're at the mercy of the person that's going to clean up the room. The room is really very has a lot of sheetrock dust all over the place, and that's what we're concentrating on now. But I'm going to say it again. I know I've said it 50 times. It's going to be a beautiful room, first class, and we hope everybody's happy with it. So again, hang in there. You're going to hear the word about the fitness center in the next few days. You'll get an email. You'll also get email regarding fingerprinting, and that's for pure security. We don't want people sharing their key fobs with other people and things such as that. The rules and regulations are pretty simplistic, okay? So anyway, again, I hope I did this as fast as possible. I hope everybody got the information that they need. I probably won't be speaking to you again until the night of the annual election. So everybody have a great rest of the summer. There is going to be another bagel brunch. I believe it's the week after Labor Day. So you'll be getting notification on that. And as always, thank you very, very much. Stay healthy and enjoy the rest of the summer. Thank you very much.